Maybe we're live? Yes, we are live. It's cleaning up the background a bit. Okay, give me a second here. Let me do my entire analysis. I've done absolutely nothing on the charts yet. Okay, let me get my music going. Oops, that's not what I want to listen to. Let me change this. Had to take my child to school and I was running late. But I'm back. I'm here. Okay. Alright, let's get situated. Alright, let me do my analysis now. I think I'm all good to go. I have everything set up. Everything's connected. We're only trading 3 accounts, I believe, yes. I want to be greedy and add more, but I know I need to stop. I need to relax. Okay. So let's do our analysis now. Let me drink some water. And if you are here, Peter, I will do your trades. I'll go through them today, I promise. I was looking at some of them this morning. Like I just woke up and I was looking at them on my phone. Okay. Let me do my initial balance real quick. 830, where you at? I have to go on the 5-second time frame. Okay, what about the 3 to 8? 3. Okay, it's 8 o'clock. Okay, nice. Let's make that my London. Make that London. Okay. And then let me go on the 5 seconds to get my 830 to 930. Okay. It was like around here. Oh, there it goes. Nice. Okay. And then I don't need to do that. What about this one? Okay, I'll mark it out. A higher time frame zones. Oh, I see a strong one right here. Make that a higher time frame. Let's make this bigger too. Okay, what about a higher time frame? Oh, nice. Ooh, nice. Let's go. Okay. That's pretty cool. Nice. Very clear zones. So far, looks like we're gonna have a good day today. Don't want to jinx it. It's plenty of even probabilities here. I'll add another one there just in case. You know what I'll do instead? I won't add that. I'll just do this. I'll put a line there. It's line of interest. Oops. Okay, let me get rid of this here. Pop. All right. And then I think that is it. Okay. Initial balance, London, highs, lows. Okay, let's get the zones. Oh, this is it right here. Red. Let's go. Okay, I think we are good to go. All right, our entire analysis is done here. Let's fix our charts a bit, make it a lot more cleaner. Here's the zone. Let's mark this out. Okay. It's like I'm missing something here. Oh, my red lines. And I need to check news still. So let's do the line there at 11. Red. And the line at, and then 40. Good morning. Hey, Peter. I think it's like the evening for you. I need to look at your trades. I'll get it done today, I promise. I would tell you, I looked at the last one you sent when I just woke up, and I can see on the top left there was a 15-minute zone. It wasn't really close to where you're trading at, but it was still important and respecting it. So I was just gonna tell you to mark it out. But I'll do everything that I normally do after the stream's over or later during the stream. But I'll get it done today. Let me check news real quick. Financialjuice.com. Where are we at? 9:30. Okay. 1 o'clock. Yeah, nothing that's gonna affect me. Oh crap! FOMC today. Sorry, I heard the fire alarm go off here. That's crazy. Well, hopefully we won't be affected at all. Typically, I don't recommend trading FOMC days, but since we're only trading this window of time, and while the FOMC is until like hours later, so we should be okay. This is not till 1 o'clock Central where the FOMC gets hit. And if you're not sure what the FOMC is, this is very foreign and you don't understand what I'm saying. Basically, these people they say these things and the stock goes crazy or the futures go crazy. So like they say one word and price flies up or flies down and it's like jumping around everywhere. Typically people go for higher RR setups in these times, but we're playing a game of probability, so it's really risky and the risk is just way too high for me. So it's best to just avoid those times. Super, do that. Yeah. I don't think there's this here. I'm eyeballing it, but I don't think we're gonna respect that though. It's just an odd spot. We are rejecting a 15-minute zone right here on the top right. Look at my screens. I wasn't gonna mark it out at first, but there's 2 resistant lines in it, and we left with a lot of volume, like you see right here. These 2 fat candles going up. So left it marked out just in case, and looks like we're already respecting it. So then I should be an adult here and put it on the charts. So I didn't really want to. I don't want too much of an analysis paralysis. But it's obviously screaming importance to me, so I should mark it out. Let's see here. Okay, there we go. It's more tighter. Yeah, I don't think this red zone's gonna hold at all, but I'll leave it open just in case we do. This more likely gonna get respected too. I'll make it green. Okay. There's a zone. Yep, there is. Okay. It's just that baby zone on top of the sweep. Okay. Yeah, see, I was not expecting this zone to hold at all. It's just in a really odd place. It's already wicked it out. It kind of makes this useless. I'll see if we get more data. I'm not sure about this one. This one more than likely will deliver. And I kind of want to take it, if I'm being honest. But it's on top of another zone. I just don't want to do that. And there's London above too. And we always respect and attract to London. So I don't want to take that risk. Probability is just too low. And it doesn't make sense. Especially since I'm only doing 1 trade a day now. To just blow it on a low probability setup. I'd rather just not take anything today than a B- or B+ play. Okay, let me move this. You know what I haven't done yet? Open these giant windows here. Give me a second. I'm in this like apartment and I feel like I'm living luxury right now. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, windows are open. Let's go. I'm expecting us to keep coming up and see what we do up here. So I'm just unsure. I'm just gonna sit on my hands. If I can't fully determine direction, it doesn't make sense for me to try to force something. Just get some more candles, some more data, and then I'll be able to understand what to do next. Looking at the 15-minute time frame, I'm getting a lot of bearish signs. So maybe we might dump after this green zone. But there's London above, also this blue line, and we always respect London. And above London, we have a 15-minute zone that hasn't really been mitigated yet. Lots of uncertainty. Just gonna sit on my hands and see if we find something. Good morning. Just curious, do you trade full time or do you have a job on the side? This is full time, baby. My job on the side is New Name Trading. I'm trying to grow it right now. I've always been a entrepreneur my entire life. I've always tried to do something bigger, and trading just got very boring. Had no purpose. Now, New Name gives me a lot more purpose and like more to do. So it's like my job on the side. So yeah, I know people who still make lots of money trading, and they still go to their 9 to 5 job. But I get it. Like if you're older and you have no partner or no kids, even like just the type of character you are, maybe you just need to be in that social environment. Because at first I didn't understand. Like, why would you want to go back to work? But I get it. I'm older now. And I want to start traveling soon. It's like I want to get a laptop, but I still want to live stream and trade live streaming. So if I do go travel and whatnot, I'll just have a laptop with a camera. Okay, so yeah, I had no faith in this zone. I didn't think it was going to be important at all, just because the position it was in. I marked it out just in case we did respect it, and we somewhat did, but it's not important, so I want to get rid of it. And how was I able to know that that zone wasn't important? Because we have way more important ones above us, which typically the important ones are magnets. And how do I know a zone is important? Resistant lines, where it's sitting at, the position it's in. So like you can see here, we have the highest sweep on this red zone up here. We even have a London line in it, and we always magnetize to the London line. We have 50% of initial balance, and this green zone, and we're respecting this green zone too. That clearly tells me, even like right here, that clearly tells me that we're gonna do something up here. We're gonna react to something up here. Something's gonna happen around here, this area. So then having this random zone, I was like, I don't expect this to respect this at all. Oh, let's move this here. The 1 minute also looks bearish. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of like, even on the 15-minute, everything looks bearish. So I'm pretty bearish on the market right now. So I can look for bearish plays. I don't think I'll be bullish unless we break this red zone above. Like unless we get that 1 minute body close above this red zone. But even that, we still have a 15-minute zone and like more resistance. So we would need to really push up. And typically we can find a play in this little area, a bullish play, if we do break. So this is attractive, but there's a zone above, and I don't want us to come up. Tap the zone, so wick me out. So I won't take it, but it might be important, so I'm gonna leave it marked out. I was expecting us to dump after this green zone, so it might just happen earlier than expected. We'll see. I'm just constantly ready to gauge direction and understand where we're going, so I can take an NT with bearish or bullish. And if you don't know what bearish and bullish is just we're gambling down. Bullish is that we're gambling up. Like price is bullish, price is going up. Price is bearish, price is going down. I don't know if you ever heard the terms like I'm shorting. It basically means I'm bearish, I'm gambling down because I'm shorting. I'm going long, I'm gambling that price is going to go up. Bullish, I'm going long. Now, have you ever heard like people say like they're shorting the stock? They're betting that the stock is going to go down. Okay, there was like a mini, you can see it in the 15-minute. It's like random tiny 15-minute zone. And yeah, TP got hit on it. That's cool. What's up, Ryan the Lion? How are you, man? Right now we're trading. Oh, cool. Does your strategy perform consistent during the London session as well? Yes, Will. I have the course right now, and I talk about everything, but I haven't. And I talk about London also, and I haven't made a video in there about London, which I'm gonna make very shortly. It should be done by the end of the week. So you can, when you start the mentorship and whatnot, I teach you how to trade London correctly. I have a mentee right now. His name is Peter. He's doing really well, and I asked him recently if he wanted to switch to only trading the New York morning, but he said he's in Denmark, and he said that it was better for him to trade London because of his time zone, and he's already performing, and he's doing really, really well already. It's so badass. I think the only thing he's lacking is the higher time frames, but I think that's my fault. I need to make a video more on how to gauge and understand the 15-minute time frame because I see it as him performing like with a lack of knowledge, and it's my fault. It's like I need to provide that. That's why I love like y'all asking me questions and like getting insight from everything, so I can really learn what mistakes y'all are making, and then I can improve and do better. And I just started this whole new name thing. I want to say like 40-50 days ago. Oh, if you are familiar with prop firms and funded accounts and whatnot, we are only trading three evals or challenges, so we're not trading any real money. We're trading two Bonox accounts and one Tradeify account. And the Tradeify only needs $1,000 to pass, and the Bonox still need like 3K. I do have some issues though with the Bonox account. I can't go full size of 7 contracts. I don't know why what's going on. I think it's because I'm using Apex Copy Trader and not Replicanto. So I think it's giving me issues with Rithmic. Because I even have to have Rithmic open while I'm running the Apex Copy Trader. The Apex prop firm, if you're not familiar. I'm like clapping my hands and like moving my fingers. I looked at the live stream and it looks like I'm jacking off. Sorry. Yeah, I'm planning on joining. I'm in the US, but because of my job, I think London Sesh is going to be ideal for me. Yeah. Um, so like I was in a small situation where I woke up, I slept really early, so I laid my son down really early, like around 8 or 7. Then I woke up really early to trade London. So like 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock, I prepped, and with the strategy, thankfully, it only takes 5-10 minutes to do a full analysis for the whole session. So I woke up, ate a bit, light exercise, and then got on the screens. And then after I was done trading, I went back to sleep. And then for work and taking him to school and everything. The only thing is that just make sure if you are waking up early that you are your mind is awake. It's really easy to show up and then be lazy behind the screens. Even though you did show up, you're being lazy. It's not good because we're playing the Olympics, we're playing the poker tournament. You want to be the best you can be. And also too, waking up early and sleeping early will do you wonders if you're already not doing it. It's just like being an adult. You know, at first I had some confidence that today was gonna be good, but I didn't know it was FOMC, and typically FOMC days are pretty bad. I didn't think it was gonna affect us till later, but looking at the 1 minute on the top left, you can see we've been chopping and doing nothing. Typically on those FOMC days, we do chop and we don't really get plays. We don't hope for the best, but I'm not really expecting anything. My expectations are really low right now. I see a play, but we would need a strong push for me to want to take this. Yeah, and I doubt we're gonna fill this out like I wanted to. It's a bullish play, you see it here. Look, there it goes. But I would need to like go up a lot more and break this red zone and whatnot. Depending how we react to the green zone too. There's just too much uncertainty right now. But we'll get more data. Also too, if y'all like have no idea what I'm doing or you just need me to explain it a bit better, let me know. I'll happily explain it to you. I really try to simplify things as much as I can. And then like actively try to simplify it more and more. Okay. Come on. I hope we get a trade. That'd be awesome. But I don't think we will. I want this to fill out. Maybe my fantasy will happen. Mm. Mm. Nice. Okay. I hope all y'all are doing good today. You have a handle on your emotions. Yeah, see, I was not expecting this zone to get filled out because I was so bearish. But I was ready for it. See if it fills out. Because if it does, I can leave it open for direction. And if it doesn't, I'll just delete it. Okay, yeah, so it's not important. I'll delete it. There's really nothing we can do when we're just moving sideways. Just watching paint dry. I hope you understand too. You can wake up and do everything you need to do, follow all your rules, even make breakfast in the morning, work out, and I don't know, make $1 million on your side business. You can do all this stuff and show up to the screens and be ready and still take a huge loss. Like we're just playing a game of probabilities. So those expectations will kill you. Okay. Yo, Adrian, just saw waiting for the rate decisions at 2 p.m. Yeah, I'm gonna hop off at 11 Central Time. I'm only trading this window of time from now on, and I'm not trading afternoon anymore. Just like, I don't know, might be like this for the rest of the year. So thankfully, I can avoid all that buffoonery. Mm. Adrian, if you do trade the afternoon, don't skip the entire session. Even if you can just avoid trading today in general, I would. But the morning, maybe just do like one-to-one setup, and that's it. Today is FOMC. That's the red folder news, and then I think it hits at 1 o'clock, I believe, Central Time, or 2 p.m. Eastern. Oh, and I don't know if I told you to, Adrian. I'll just put it in the chat for y'all if y'all want to copy it. This website that tells you news. It's just so easy to pull up. You can even put in your bookmark bar. I put it in the chat if y'all want to just save it, so you can see news quickly. I'm long going to futures right now. What do you trade mostly? Next is crude. I only trade the Nasdaq, the NQ, and I trade nothing else. So what I do is I'm looking for this pattern. Let me show you. I don't know if you're familiar with Dave FX, Diogenes. It's just like a modification of like other strategies and whatnot. I just simplified everything. I only trade the Nasdaq because have these windows of time where volatility is the most stable. We have enough volume to trade the 5 second time frame. So I'm looking for this pattern on the higher time frames and the lower time frames. So on the top right, I use a 15-minute to gauge direction. Also use a 1 minute on the top left, and then I find these same patterns on the 5 second and then execute. So I only trade Nasdaq and nothing else, and then these specific windows of times, just because volatility is so stable and it's not jumping around everywhere. Like I avoid the first hour open, just because volatility is all crazy. Would you consider the green zone by 50% line is low probability because it's right under the London session low? Yes. Uh, Not even London, just London in general. The London line's a magnet, but also too, we have a stronger sweep. Even though it did get mitigated, we have the London in it. I would just avoid it. Uh, the, Also too, I don't like taking zones on top of other zones, and since this zone is important, it'd be too risky to take this. Also, I do not like taking zones made before 940. Most of the time, I don't. So I just typically don't take those zones. I tried to follow Dave, but it came out too complicated. Yeah, Dave's strategy isn't like this. It's a bit different. It's a lot different. But his teaching is so terrible. I don't want to talk down on anybody, but if you watch it, he's just screaming and yelling, and he's fighting with people on Twitter. Even if you watch his like podcast, he had a podcast with something Riz. I forgot his name, and the podcast was honestly pointless because he's just talking about other people and other people's opinions too much. Like he just cares too much what other people think, and that's not the person you should be, and that's not somebody who you should follow if you want to be a trader. You want to be somebody who's self-love, You don't take malice. You don't care what other people think. You're just worried about your bubble, yourself, and your future. I'm just not a big fan of his teachings and the way he does things. Diogenes is good. He just has a lot of models. He has so many models, and just like same thing with ICT. ICT also is a modified version of Wyckoff. So like he just modified Wyckoff's uh, strategies and whatnot. So there's like a million ways to be profitable. I think the hard part is just finding a good mentor, or like just finding somebody who simplified everything. Because there's also people out there who just have indicators, and you literally just wait for the indicators to tell you to buy or sell, and you can be profitable doing that also. There's just so many ways to do this. Mm. But I think I've talked about this before, and y'all have heard me say it. Any animal can get funded, and any animal can get payout. So like a fish, a chicken, a dog, and any animal can show up into the market and receive a payout. What does that tell you? That we're gambling, we're playing a game of probabilities. So you want to just be as selective, as precise as we can be. A lot of people come into this and they kind of like quote unquote make their own strategy, which is just bullshit. And they think they know what they're doing because they're winning sometimes and losing most of the time. And they think it's psychology and they're like, oh, I just need to do this and do that. But the truth is, they don't know what they're doing. They don't have a profitable strategy. They're just bullshitting and just trying to gamble and figure this out. But profitability doesn't happen until you take a step back and you have one model you can fully focus on. Like Ryan the Lion, he talks like he, if y'all see in the chat, he's the way he speaks, you can tell he seems like he is profitable because he asks the right questions. He talks about like him being in a position, like he knows what he's doing. Just mentality. Mm. You can tell too when someone's not profitable, when they're too worried about the wrong things, like when they're asking about P&L too much, or just bullshit questions when it's not about like skill or self love. I like love the idea of being a trader because it means that you're an adult and that you know how to show up for yourself and you know how to show up for others. And when you make money and you have money, your true colors will show. Like your true character will come out. So if you're miserable right now, or you're sad right now, or you're depressed, and you have all this money, you're just gonna be extra depressed. So you need to work on yourself now. You That's why they all say like focus on the process. They're all telling you to work on yourself. So you work on yourself while you're working on trading. So at the same time, you become that better person, that bigger person. Then you have all this money and you're this better, bigger person. You can take care of yourself more. And we're always growing and learning. Mm. We all just have different unique skills. Mm. If you're still here, Peter, I wanted to ask you a question. If you can just put it in the chat. I wanted to ask for advice. Like, if you could tell me anything about raising children, especially at the age you are now, like you've experienced double the life I have. I don't know if there's anything you could tell me that I can gauge or any information that can help me while raising children. Because if you're a parent, and everybody knows if you're a parent, it's not easy. They love us for the sacrifices we make, even our partners. Still here. You know what? I heard something a few days ago that I loved, and I want to tell y'all what it was. Oh, your focus determines your reality. I like that a lot. You can apply that to like if you're stressed about something, you're more likely stressed because you haven't taken action on something, or you're just not focused on getting something done, or you're too focused on the stress. Super hard, but still the best thing. That's good advice. Thank you. Thank you for that. That's a good way to put it. I saw something funny on social media, like a month or two ago. It was like this gentleman. He was looking at his kids' drawings on the fridge, and he was like reminiscing and like how he loves his kids. And then his kids woke up from the nap, like just being rats, and he's like all pissed off again. It's funny. I was like, oh, I get it. That's super hard, but still the best thing. Thank you. Let's mark this out more. We've been doing nothing but chop. I've said this before. Typically, oh, small kids, small issues. Bigger kids, the bigger issues they get into. Oh, thank you. Yeah, my son's like not even 3 yet, so I don't even know like what's expected. I know in 10 years he's only gonna be what 12 or 13, so I have another 10 years after that. Thanks for telling me that. I think about that a lot, but the bigger issues is a better way to say it. Oh, so like I always say, we move left to right, chopping, barcoding, accumulating. It's all the same word. We're just doing nothing, and then we then have a big move. So we chop, big move. Our chopping seems like it's about to end. It seems like we're about to get a big move soon. Hopefully we can find a setup. I see one right now. I like it too. I need a little bit more of a push to the downside for me. I want to take this. This is low quality. Let's see. Yeah, I still would want a way stronger push. There's also, yeah, I would want like a body close under this orange line and to not mitigate us for me to want to take this. But I like it a lot. Like we're already respecting it too. But it might just get filled immediately. We're just ready for it. Thank you for the advice, Peter. I love working with adults because adults show up. I think I've gotten like 12 or 13 people into a mentorship, and only like 4 or 5 people have showed up, and two of them like submitted one back test and then didn't show up again. But that speaks volumes on like their character, who they are, where they're at in their life. They have such an easy skill to master and learn to change their entire life, and they dropped it immediately. Like where else does that show? They just weren't ready for the self-love journey of like working on themselves. But you stay stagnant for a long time if you don't work on yourself. The I was gonna make a psychology video on the course and basically just like stating that, like showing that. And the best way to put this is like at when you're 20 to 30, you're kind of just effing off, and then 30 to 40, you're really trying to like gauge, understand what you're doing, and then 40 to 50, you then like have a solidified idea of like what's supposed to be happening in your life. But we can counter all that. You work hard in your 20s when you're younger. We knock all this out, and it's never too late to start. We knock all this out now, and the skill is so easy. It's med school effort for doctor salary. This training thing, I simplified it all. We master this, and literally can do whatever you want for the rest of your life. Can take care of your family. You can take care of generations. Like you're literally set, and it's so crazy. And all you had to do was just show up for yourself. As I always say, focus on the A plus setups, and the money will follow. I see another play forming, but I'm just like trying to catch a play in this chop, and it's not working. Just waiting for the dump to happen or the push up. It could go either way. And we might not even get the push in the morning session, but I'm pretty sure it's due soon. It typically doesn't last as long, but it is FOMC, so we'll see. Come on. I want that 1 minute body close under this orange zone and a bit more of a push for me to want to take a trade up here. No, just chopping again. Just playing games. You know, like since, I don't know, like 4 or 5 months ago, I watched this podcast of a gentleman who was flipping accounts, and he was funding his own accounts, putting real money in there, and then risking that entire account on one trade, and like going for higher RR. I was like, whoa, and he was profitable, and I just been thinking about doing it, but I don't know. I'm doing so well with all this prop, and I don't want to change what works right now. But I'm thinking of just because when I do trade my funded, I sometimes connect my personal accounts. I'm thinking of tripling or quadrupling the size that I already take on the funded, but do it on my personal. So my personal makes 4 times or even 5 times of what I make on the funded. Cause like why not? And I'm not even like I'm not worried about P&L anymore. Like it doesn't really affect me. Cause so, I don't say cause it still sometimes does, but most of the time it doesn't. Cause seeing all those green and red can make my emotions spur. But when that happens, I know not to touch my stop or TP. I've done this long enough to know what works and what doesn't for me. Yeah, so let me mark this. Get rid of this. This is pointless. Just barcoding left to right. There was one stream that I was falling asleep near the end. Like my eyes were closing and like my head was bobbing because it was just so boring. Just doing nothing. Yeah, this 1 minute looks brutal. If you see all these lines on my screens and it seems like too much, it's not. I have a Fibonacci thingy that puts these resistant lines for me so I know where we're going to react to. And then that same pattern that we are always looking for all the time, that's how, like the same pattern they're always looking for, that's where these boxes are made because the goes like this. This is what I'm seeing. So the same pattern, that's why I'm making these boxes. And then these dashed little lines, I'm looking for that same pattern on the higher time frame. On the 15 minute, so the same pattern happens. So I mark it out real light. My mic died, but I just plugged it in because I have a habit of not leaving it plugged in. Well, hopefully we get our big move here or something happens. I hope we don't do this. We come up and then just chop again. Watching for the flip on NQ. Yeah, I am too. As you know, Ride the Lion, what we do is chop or have our big move. I'm just waiting for that big move to happen. So I can follow the trend and then look for my pattern with the trend. I also have some, so I named my strategy NNT. Then I have NNT plus, which is higher RR. So if I can really, really gauge direction, I go for the higher RR and trail with the EMA. If you're still here, Adrian, and you can gauge what I'm saying, you were talking about doing the one-to-one and then the EMA, and I was saying that can cause break even. What you can also do is you can do 3 contracts. The one is on one-to-one, the second one is on the internal swing, and then the third one is the EMA. So that makes you more comfortable, where you get more take profits hit, go for it. A lot of friends think chopped until 2 p.m. I want to move to. Yeah, it's FOMC, so they might be right. Uh, I typically try to avoid trading FOMC days, but I don't want to skip my live streams. Just be so dreadful sitting here and watching and draining your mentality. Oh, also Ryan the Lion. I'll just say Ryan. I do so well because I only trade for an hour at a time, and I have ADHD, so like I can't sit behind the screen for too long, or like my performance diminishes. So I can really focus on this 1 hour and really perform really well this 1 hour at a time. I know you can counter this if you just trade with like alerts and stuff. Because I know you said that you're in a long position. I'm assuming you do higher RR plays. I know a guy that trades NQ and he only trades one MNQ and he ends a day at like $800 or $900, even like 1500 off one MNQ, which is crazy. Like that's so crazy. He's just sitting in these positions for a long time. Yeah, once I hit my PT for the day, I'm done too. Worst thing to do is hit a big day and trade away your profits and end up on the red day. Absolutely. For a while, I was doing 3 trades or 2 losses on the session, but I feel like it's time for me to enjoy my fruits of my labor and cut down a lot and focus on the whole like new name trend, or sorry, the whole new name trading brand. So just trading only in the morning, only doing one trade, just less is more. I feel like I'm liking this a lot more. Because even if I have a win or loss, it doesn't matter. It's just one trade. Just hop off for the day and move on. Momentum trader, yes. I've gotten like those 8R, 9R, but I've never gotten like a 50R, 60R, which is so crazy. And I'll get there eventually. It's part of the journey. It's so insane. It's pretty cool. That's like kind of the idea that I want to do with trailing the EMA is getting that like 50R, 60R. But I feel like if I'm doing that, I would have to trail on the higher time frames and not on the lower time frames because we do swim a lot or jump a lot for those higher RR plays. Like an example is, and I'm saying this mostly for the people who don't understand when momentum and higher RR. But like we got in a position here and we're going for higher RR, our 5 second EMA would have got hit already. But on the higher time frame, you can see we're still moving down slowly. So we would just be sitting in this position on the higher time frame. So I was thinking what I was gonna do is I was gonna trail with the 15-minute time frame. So like getting in a position on NNT plus, and then trailing the 15-minute time frame for like to get to that 50R. But I can't make these decisions unless I backtest a bunch and put in the strategy tester and like really make a decision. Yeah, this sucks. So let's see something else. Oh, there it is. So we're still bearish. We're coming down slowly. I'm hoping we get our strong moves to the downside, and we can find something small. But we're continuously making lower lows. Technically, we are. There is like a baby 15-minute zone. I mentioned it earlier, right here, and we just been chopping it. It's right here too. Look, if I can see how we just been chopping it. But that gives me confirmation that we're still bearish. Yo. I just got your message, Ryan. I'll be active on that chat after the stream is over. I think we got like, what, 28 more minutes? It's a lot of 5-second candles, so hopefully we'll find something. Put this up here. See if this chat open. If y'all have questions, y'all have no idea what I'm doing, you want me to explain anything, let me know. I happily will. I got nothing else to do here. I'm just watching paint dry. Oh, fine. Hopefully, so the higher RR thing I was talking about, what I think I should do is I should just reach out to other traders that do that and see how they execute and see how they do it and see how I can implement it into NNT plus. And then so I can teach how to go for those 50R, 60R plays. But obviously I need to perform it, show it, and like get there first. But I think I can. The thing I like too about those big R plays is that it's really easy to go break even. So like you're not taking a loss, which is really, really cool. And you're making up all those losses by getting a higher R play. But yeah, badass. Okay, I need to, hold on. Come on, buddy, let's do something. There's been times where I found a play like the last 10 minutes, or last 5 minutes. So we'll see. And I'll wait like 10-ish, 10, 15 minutes after 11 o'clock Central Time for a play if it's good enough. But typically I don't. Because typically after 11, the volatility stops and we just chop once again. It's like everybody going on their lunch. And then y'all have heard me say it before. We're just watching people trade, and people are predictable, which makes the candles predictable. Because people are controlling the market. And the market is clearly manipulated. So you just need to know that you do not have the upper hand when you start. Just be smart and selective. A+ setups. Sorry, my son put all these Spider-Man stickers on the desk I have. Well, the desk is old, so I don't really care, but he like ripped them. He put the stickers on and ripped them off, so it looks terrible. Dude, badass. I love talking to other traders because we're all like on that self-love journey and growing, and typically profitable traders, like we're like all on the same level, which I love, like mentally, because we focus on the journey and process than the P&L. And if you're watching me and you want to be a trader, you're typically gonna be that person also, because like you want to be that person, like somebody who shows up for themselves every day. Okay. Come on. I don't know if y'all heard me talk about Dave FX. He's the guy who basically invented the swing high, swing low like concept, but his is a lot more different. But one time he was streaming and he was blasting dubstep music the entire stream. It was funny. I want to play music on my streams, but I don't want to play music that like I want that everybody can enjoy. But I don't know what to do exactly because I can't even do. I have to like do non-copyright music also. Long down right now. That's good. I haven't looked at the DAO in a while. Looking long at NQ2, waiting for confirmation. Yeah, for me, I'm trading on such a minuscule time frame. I need a lot of little things to happen for me to want to go long right now on NQ. But I am assuming our strategies are completely different. And I bet if I went short and you went long, we would somehow both still make money. Bro, finally figure out this mobile shit day one is troubleshooting. Dude, badass. Yeah, Noah, the more you do this and the more you consistently show up, everything will be 10 times easier. And then taking your laptop to work with you on your lunch. But just make sure you backtest enough. You can backtest on your lunch break. You do it so much, it'd be easy to trade on your lunch break. So my analysis right now on the 15-minute time frame, there's a small minuscule zone right here that we've been respecting. There's resistant lines in here also that gives me more confluence that this zone more than likely will deliver. So I am bearish, looking for bearish plays, but I need to be worried in case we flip around this area. And the area I'm worried about is this area. We have my 40% lines that I typically use. My main, that red line we cross. Let me show you, like, we come into here. I can expect this to reject coming back up in this area. Also, if I find a play here, like my setup, but the bullish play, so we find a zone here, we can take it, and our TP can be up here to fill out the 15-minute zone, so we get the higher RR. If you don't know what higher RR is, instead of risking 1 to make 1, we're risking 1 to make 5 or 6 or what, and so on and whatever. So instead of gambling to make 100, we're making 200 or 300 instead of making risking 100 to make 100. So we're coming to this 15-minute zone now. Hopefully maybe we can find something. Yeah, come on. Come on. Give me something. I've been trying to avoid marking this, but I think I'm going to do it now. Seems like we're starting to respect it. I'll still continue to look for something bearish. Come on. Oh, you texted me, Noah. I'll look at this after the stream. It looks funny though. I want to see. I'm excited to watch that actually. I'll watch it after the stream. Typically, laptop speakers are pretty ass, just in general. I think if you like, I've seen laptops with good speakers, but they're like 2K. And I don't even think it's worth it at that point. They're like gaming laptops. But I want to watch that video. I love seeing my stuff on other people's screens. It's just so funny. It's like it's still so new to me. Oh, when I saw that you were doing the course, I was so hyped. I screenshotted it. I was like, aha! I love that I display way more emotion with mentees than I do with wins or losses. I think that's a flex. Looks like it took me a long time to get here. If you're still here, Peter, I was going to talk to you about it in the chat. Just think about it. You don't have to respond or anything. Just an idea of sticking to one trade a day or two or three, just limiting the amount of trades. Um, I I say that because since London is a big chunk of time, I think it's about like 3 hours. I don't want you to be sitting there looking for more plays while your performance mentality is diminishing. So if you can just cut it down to one trade or two trades, I prefer that. But do what you think is best for yourself. I just don't want you to be there sitting there for too long, like on the real market, and you're waiting, waiting, waiting for another setup, and like your mentality is already diminishing, and you take a loss on your second trade, which in turn puts you at break even or ends the day red when it could have been avoided. And you don't have to make the decision now. Just when you do end up, you're gonna be on prop soon. So when you do end up trading on the prop, you'll know like if you need to take one trade or not. So we are respecting the zone right here. It's very minuscule. I feel I can show y'all. I put on this white candle right here. Yes, I'll take one for now. Yeah, that's really good. Just the whole point though is just so you're not sitting the entire London side higher time frames that you're still lacking in. But it's my fault. I need to make a video on it. Okay, let's see. Given how your stats look, I more than likely would tell you to get a prop account Monday or like over the weekend for Monday. But I need to look at your last trades. But to me, it just seems like their only issue is just a higher time frame. It looks like you can gauge direction now already. It's like just before you press buy on your trade, you just press pause, you zoom out, and you look at the higher time frame and see if there's anything you missed, anything you need to look at. So like an example here, if I was backtesting and I can pause it right now, I would say before I enter this, let's look at the higher time frame. So I'll make the higher time frame bigger. Really look at this, see whether there's something I can mark out. Look at the 1 minute. Typically, I don't like making zones off the 1 minute. I just like to look at these candles to see how we're doing. Like we're coming down, so we're pretty bearish. You can just see the clear trend. And then I'll really look for zones on the 5 second, just real quick, and then I'll enter my position on the back test. It doesn't show many plays on the London. Yeah, London's tough. It's really testing your patience, but I promise you, like after you master London, you'll be able to like do anything. You can even change strategies if you wanted to, or you can do anything you want because London is really tough. But you're already performing and you're doing really good already. The audio's cutting in and out. Only me or is the sound bad? Thanks for telling me. Let me disconnect the mic. Hold up. Let me reset it. Testing, 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 testing. Let me know if I sound better or not. Let's see. Let me tell Let me turn my Wi-Fi off also. Give me a second. Let me tell. Can you turn your Wi-Fi off? Thank you. Thanks for telling me. The last thing I want is me yapping away and unchopped audio. Okay, yeah. Just in case I turn the Wi-Fi off and whatnot. Let me tell my son's mother to do the same thing. Give me a second. She's in the other room. Hopefully we find a setup in this last few seconds, but I doubt we will. This has been dreadful as hell. Excuse my language. This has been so dreadful. I hope you were able to gauge what I was putting down, Peter. But basically, just before you press buy on your back test, just pause, zoom out, look at everything real quick, and make sure that you can really take this play. And typically, all your plays are like that. You just miss like some random higher time frame zone that's not close to the zone. There was one thing too I wanted to mention. So I want to pull it up right now. Yes, I'm gonna screenshot it and pull it up. So you submitted a trade on today. It was this one right here. And you can see, I see two zones. Look, let me show you. Oh, let me see if I see nothing. Hold on. Yeah, okay, we're not gonna get nothing. Okay, look, let me show you real quick. Let's make it as big as I possibly can. It's gonna be a bit blurry. It's a screenshot of a screenshot. And I'll do a yellow. So if I look really close, I can see a zone up here that we're respecting. It's like that. And then I see another zone. I don't want to cause analysis paralysis. And I don't know how important it is. So in these situations don't always happen, but when they do happen, I'll tell you what I do. So we see a play here. Let me show you. Get the ruler back. Look, it's like this. There it is. And then like this. So here's that 15-minute zone. So like in these situations, if I did have this, I wouldn't want to put the zone over my screens. I don't want that analysis paralysis. So I would put a dashed line here and a dashed line up here. Let me just get rid of these drawings so I can show you. So I would just do dashed lines. Just put like one singular dashed line there. And then here, I would understand that this area is important, and this zone right here, this red zone, more than likely will reject and hold us down. So it's just trying to avoid analysis paralysis and really, really understanding that this area we can reject and come down. So you're okay finding your bullish play in this area because we're still coming up to it. You can even gauge this 15-minute zone, like we're still coming up to the 15-minute zone. So you found your bullish play, which makes sense, but then we reach this 40%, 50% area, then we come back down. So then you would switch to bearish plays. Yeah, but that was it. And I'll send it to you on the Discord so you can look back on it and analyze. But that's what I saw this morning, and I was trying to like draw it on my phone, and I just stopped. I was like, let me do this on my computer. Let me see that. Maybe we'll find something in this last second, but I really doubt it. I really, really doubt it. I bet we won't get our big move until after 11, and I'll already be off by then. Hey, but no trade is better than a trade, because even if I found a perfect setup, I could still take a loss. Playing a game of probabilities. This sucks. We can all agree though. I can't even like imagine an easier job or easier lifestyle than clicking buttons on a computer. Because you can roll over in bed and click on your laptop and make money. It was like 2 weeks where I wasn't feeling too well, so I wasn't going to the gym. I wasn't doing nothing. I just woke up and did my 5 minute analysis real quick, made my money, and hopped off. But I feel guilty when I skip the gym. I feel like I'm like letting myself down because your biggest competitor is your full potential. I bought a cheap $20 pork sirloin a few days ago or 2 days ago, and I just cut it yesterday. And like I want to learn how to cut meats. It's pretty fun. I had the wrong knife, but just going on YouTube Academy trying to figure it out. So I want to like buy meats and store meats and like buy from farms and whatnot. It's pretty fun and like it's different. It's cool. Like I'm doing something different in my life, and that's like cutting meats up. I also want to do like the day in the life on the YouTube, and I want to make like only my body black and white, but nothing else black and white. But I don't know if I should just make the entire video black and white because I really do like the black and white idea. Even my phone is like super dimmed, and I have like simplicity, so like I have like no apps on there. I really trying to avoid being on it. And for the longest time, I had my phone set to black and white also. But after being a mentor and stuff, like I'm looking at charts all the time, so like I can't have it black and white. I have to keep switching. So I just have it like tainted. I even have like a blue screensaver on my phone. It's like for my eyes. A vlog would be cool. Yeah, it's like I just want to like show like or be that leading example of like I'm yapping and telling you to show up for yourself, and then I can show that I'm showing up for myself, which then will obviously encourage you to do the same. It's like I said earlier, like I love the idea of being a trader and like you are that person who shows up for others and yourself. Because you will go miles ahead in your life. Come on, brother. It's like the funny thing is too, I don't even have a car anymore. Like I'm driving my son's mom's car, which is hilarious. Like I want to get a truck, and we're talking about it, but it's the position right now. But like I don't need a car. Like I'm not going anywhere. Just work or the store. Hey, but when I start traveling, bring the laptop. I'll record with the laptop too. Be fun. I have a camera too. I was thinking of, I can connect the camera for the live streams, so like my face would look like super HD. But like I don't really see the point because I want to share the education and share my screens, and I don't think my face really matters. It just gives more of like a personal, like trust, like authenticity. So to see my face, because right now I've been using some $20 webcam I've had for 3 years, and it does the job. And I made it black and white because when I very first started, the you couldn't see my face correctly with the quality stats. I made it black and white so you could see my face more clear. So I just left it like that, and then I ended up liking it, and then it ended up just sticking. And then I made my candles black and white. I was like, oh, I like this a lot too. Like it's all just worked out. I really do believe too things happen for a reason. For the longest time of my life, I struggled with like patience and like just understanding like things happen for a reason. It's like I'm a whole different character than I was when I first started trading. I struggled with a lot of impulsivity. Like I was very impulsive because I have ADHD. So like I had to learn how to not do that and not be like that. I just had to be a new person. And I think that was the hardest part is like letting go of your old self. We got 3 minutes. Maybe we'll find a setup. I doubt it. We'll see. Just been watching paint dry. Yeah, we're gonna be hopping off soon. If you have any questions before we do hop off, please ask now. I can show you my analysis. I can show you what I did. But we just move sideways the entire time, and it's FOMC, so it's pretty predictable. It's like real cloudy and rainy outside right now. It's pretty nice. It's been real cold recently. I'm in Texas too, so the heat is gruesome. It's so bad. It's like we average over like 101 or 102. So recently it's been like real cold. I'm not used to it. And I'm skinny too. The wind blows me around. It's like rainy and misty. It's pretty cool. Well, it was a very boring session. No trades were taken. I was really hoping we're gonna do something today, but I did not know it was FOMC. It is what it is. I guess I'll be back tomorrow though, 9:40 to 11 o'clock, Monday through Friday. I'm always here. If you have any questions about the mentorship, let me know. I'd love to help you. Yeah, if you have any questions about anything, just message me. You already know me. I like to talk. I think that's it. Peter, I'm gonna go over your trades. I'll get them done today. Ryan, I'll message you back right now, and I'll message you back too, Noah. I think that's it. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all coming and showing up. I love being around people who want more in their life, and I'm gonna get you where you want to be, and we both know that. I'm excited. All right. Thank y'all so much, and I'll TTYL. That means talk to you later. All right. I'll see y'all. All right. Goodbye.